What's going on YouTube? Today marks 1 week since City of the Wolves came out in early access. It's now into its full release, and we've been getting a ton of tournaments. People have been playing a lot of ranked matches. We've kind of started to see the meta shape out a little bit. People are playing a lot of Hotaru and Kane as the top two for sure. Maybe third place might be like Terry or Kevin, and the rest of the cast kind of goes from there. One player I wanted to talk about specifically has been on an absolute tear. This guy, ShadowX FGC. The game came out in early access on the 21st, and let's just take a look here. April 22nd, he's the champion, #1 at Breakout. Second place the next day at Paragon. First place again the next day at Just Frame. Wins Fly Fighters the next day. #1 again. And then for Dual Academy, he won again. And then fourth place for Clover Clash. This man has top 8'd, if not won the whole thing, at least once a day. He's been putting absolute work. I notice he's playing Rock, not the characters I was talking about, like Hotaru, Kane, Terry, even Ronaldo's getting in there. But he's been putting in all this work with Rock. Now, Rock is a pretty strong character for sure. He's kind of like a Shoto. So I wanted to jump in and take a look at one of these matches to see what is the game plan that he's implementing to be so consistent with this character. Everybody's saying that these two characters here are #1 and #2, but he seems to be doing just fine with Rock. So let's jump into it and see. Today we're going to watch Fly Fighters. Shoutouts to them. This is their YouTube at FlyQuest FGC. Super cool guys. Just really putting a lot of work for fighting in community. You got to respect that. And here they are. I'm just going to skip over to the Grand Finals reset. I don't want this video to get too long. But we can see Rock versus Terry. And let's see what it is that ShadowX is putting into this game plan to be so consistent in this game in only 1 week. Rocking the blue color. I've been seeing him go for that EX run into the stanky leg, right? That must be plus frames. Let's actually do a stat check real quick. Okay, so I don't actually have the frame data here, but it has to be plus with the way he is just throwing this move out all the time. Playing some good neutral here. And this is why I was talking about Terry maybe being top 3. He just puts in crazy damage with some really simple confirms. Anybody that has a DP is able to break it. Could just go into that full combo off an anti-air or just trying to get some invincibility frames. See, we get a big combo out of ShadowX, puts him right out of that SPG. And boom, now he's already out of it. There you go, Terry getting that break anti-air into big damage combo. Trying to feint something out. Sorry, my dog is talking to the neighborhood dogs. If you can hear that in the background. We are seeing a lot of good just framing, just defending out of these guys too. I think that is going to be so important, is learning when to just defend and able to guard cancel from there. So ShadowX really just putting in some good spacing. Two of them just playing a lot of neutral. Best thing in this game, you really don't want to overcommit because these combos just do so much damage. You really kind of want to play pretty patient. Look at that. Baits out the drive impact for a big combo. Goes into the command grab. Rock has this crazy big command grab. It looks so cool, first of all, and it goes into a big damaging combo. So it looks like Shadow's really just utilizing all of these tools. Rock has this command run, and it either goes into that kind of crouching stanky leg I was talking about that seems to be plus, or it can go into an overhead or a cross-up move. And the way he's been implementing all options, rotating his options, has been really good here. Kind of having trouble in this specific round to get something started. Terry baits that out. This will be a big damage combo. Let's see if we can get out of SPG with just this combo. Look, there he is, already out of SPG. Shadow says, I don't care, I'm gonna anti-air right back. Oh, wow. Nice just defend on the anti-air there. He said, you've been DPing me every jump in. I know you're going to. That's where the mind games come in City of the Wolves. This game is just so sick. And look at that. Beautiful. I just kind of want to go back to this. Jumps in here knowing that the Terry is... I mean, they're on Grand Finals reset. These two have been playing for a long time now. They're starting to kind of understand each other. And this is where really, you get those mind games in on these Grand Final resets. Jumps in, gets the just defend on the DP, and is able to get a DP back off on his own. And just get him almost out of SPG on Terry's side. Not able to convert all of these fireballs. That's okay. Into plus frames, into a DP to close out the round. So this is the kind of solid play that ShadowX has been implementing to win, if not win, but top 8 a tournament every single day of the week. Absolutely crazy. Just gonna skip forward a bit here. So like I said, he just keeps going for that move. I watched some of the other VODs that I was talking about earlier, and man, he just really likes that move. It must be a really good way to get plus frames. I could hop into the game and lab it, but I'm being a little lazy right now. Okay, getting a little anxious there with the SPG moves, but I do want to highlight this guard cancel. So he dash defends the kick into the SPG. He did block it. So let's see. GT Dark Angel is also putting in a lot of work. I mean, he was able... ShadowX was up, and GT Dark Angel was able to reset the Grand Finals to what we're watching right now. Nice air-to-air. Getting a lot of good pressure here. Oh my gosh, Shadow just jumping back and forth. Oh, and the drive, impact, react didn't actually work out. See, just playing a lot of neutral. I said neither of them want to overcommit too much. They're both pretty low on health here, and this is a pretty important round for Shadow. You don't want to... You want to keep that momentum, especially you already got the Grand Finals reset. GT Dark Angel is probably feeling pretty good about that. You can't let him get any more momentum. You need to stop this right now. Good pressure. Okay, a lot of frame kills I noticed. I think we're really going to start seeing in the next couple weeks the optimal frame kills off each Oki situation for every single character. Lily seems to be kind of, you can whiff either a normal or a special move depending on how plus you are after getting certain knockdowns. Nice big combo. I mean, just a huge chunk. Combos are not that hard once you kind of get the breaking down in this game, but once you do, you're going to want to learn the different routes. Are you going to do the DP first or go into like an EX tackle first? The combo routing, it's not too complicated in this game, but I think it's definitely worth knowing because you want to get those big damage combos to have less interactions. Let's see. Okay, and ShadowX's rev gauge is starting to get pretty full here. Actually, both of them. Let's see. Oh, and now he's an overheat. What can he do? He doesn't even care. He's just going to mash right out, get a big damage combo. GT Dark Angel doesn't have his SPG anymore, but oh, we're in risk for guard break. But ShadowX doesn't care. He's going to mash right through. We're seeing Shades of Noah the Prodigy fighting in that burnout state, right, on Street Fighter side. Obviously, this is not Street Fighter. But I keep comparing those two games together because there's so much overlap, in my opinion. So we managed to stop some of the momentum on the Terry side. Let's see how Shadow keeps pressing forward. Up 2-0. This is so big, especially after a Grand Finals reset. Usually the person who reset the Grand Finals is able to just ride that momentum and win the tournament. So to see Shadow lose that first game and now keep pushing forward for the second to win the whole thing, you know, very impressive. And beautiful, beautiful confirm. Wow. So let's take a look at that. Goes for the SPG. Shadow isn't in SPG of his own, but you can counter it with, for me it's RB, but that's your like universal overhead move. But this is the universal anti-air actually, so it's down plus whatever you have that move set to. Beautiful. So even when you're not an SPG, you're still able to counter that move. Into that cool command grab, you know, with the Angel Wing pops up. I mean, oh, and again, Rock is so sick, man. I usually am not one to play like the box art Shoto of the game, but I think Rock is a really cool character, all things considered, for like a Ryu kind of archetype. Same thing with Terry. I've always been a big Terry fan as well, even if I haven't played too many SNK games. Oh, let's see it. Okay, so unlike Street Fighter, where even if you counter the drive impact but your health is too low. Wow. So let me finish that thought. So, right here, if this were Street Fighter, if he did a drive impact while he was in like burnout because of this low health, the Terry would have actually lost here. But he still had the he was still able to defend against it. So there is counterplay to SPG. I mean, it's a very annoying move. This Rev Blow. I've been calling it SPG this whole time. The move is called Rev Blow. But there is counterplay. It's annoying, but there is counterplay. And beautiful of ShadowX to just kind of bust out here. This is kind of a 50-50 situation. He's in guard break. He just manages to not get chipped out by the EX Fireball, even though it was very smart on Terry's side there. And he just mashes out that low kick into standing light kick, confirm. And now we're really on match point for ShadowX here. He could take it all. Yep, plus phase into big super. Just out of SPG range, so he doesn't have to worry about that. But he did respect the wake up into a big combo. Terry DP's out. Just kind of baits with some neutral hops. Oh, misses the combo, but that's okay. Oh no, Terry with the air-to-air break. Nice, very good. So just some really solid gameplay here from ShadowX. It didn't seem like he was doing anything extremely specific that like no other character has. It looks like ShadowX, you know, part of my ignorance, he seems to be a very well-known KOF and Fatal Fury player. It looks like he was a Clark, K, and Iori in previous SNK titles, but he's been absolutely killing it. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 top 8s in 7 days. And I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them are wins out of 7. So absolute tear. Shoutouts to ShadowX. Who have you guys been playing in City of the Wolves? Let me know in the comments. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.